They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Adams. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 6 catches, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
Third in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. If post pattern is often equated as a change-up route, how about when you throw it to your big guy down the center of the field? Covered or not, you have great confidence he's going to come down with the football. And when he does, as we just saw, long gains often result. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now. It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback. Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film? I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They've got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Eli Rogers, 92 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end. And they'll run it here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. Not much happening there on first down. I thought there might have been a hole for a split second. Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast. Back to throw. And left side here, it's Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there?
That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Looking to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the first round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Montgomery back to the ground. And able to work his way down to the 16.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
And it's caught. And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery. And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle made there by Mason Foster.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now back to throw. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch.
Lucky 56!
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Had a nice broken tackle and then brought down right around the 20. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there, but how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get 9. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points. And we know that's not true.
Yeah.
Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some... And they'll go with the ground attack here. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On play action, they'll throw. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Packers add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Four down, check.
And they'll run it here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Ty Montgomery, a 23-yard run. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 75 yards. And the Packers are pouring it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Give him 30 yards there. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Packers on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's got Rodgers. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong arm guy.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers continue to roll.
Let's go.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
It's always been funny to me, Brandon, when coaches always talk about on hot days like the one we have here. Oh, it's hot for both teams. But when one team has the advantage, when one team is running the ball really well and closing things out, it's hotter for the defensive side, and they sag a lot quicker.
Yeah, they say the dog days of August, the heat we're seeing here today, dog days of September, and the advantage right now on the offensive side.
Leopard! Leopard! We got three, fellas. We got 3.
On second down, Williams. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that, but a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay. They begin the drive with Williams. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's into the clear. The 40, 30, 10, 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0's. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 34. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options.